Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hey, we're starting out with a few sprinkles and showers after a wonderful warm up today, and we're going to get even warmer, but we have to look forward to some wet and or white weather ahead this weekend. On the very latest in this version of Hutch's weather.
A Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Noticeably warmer today. Anywhere you see red on this graphic, the 24-hour temperature change. Now, from Fargo down towards Watertown into Lakes Country, we are 20 degrees warmer than yesterday at this time, and it's very noticeable today. Just lovely weather out there. I hope you're having a chance to get out and enjoy it. A little cooler today up in the Arrowhead of Minnesota. That does include Lake of the Woods and much of Roseau County. You're a few digits cooler than yesterday at this time. Now, it's warm across the eastern half of North Dakota and South Dakota all the way into the Central Plains states. A big cool down taking place out to the west, where we're 12 degrees colder in parts of the panhandle of Nebraska. Now, the sunshine today and the beautiful weather today has made an impact on some snowfall across the area and the snowpack that's on the ground. Remember, you can always bark like Pedro's doing right now. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we have going on. The white that has been here for several days is now going away. That's the snowpack from the last big winter weather maker that worked its way through the region. But you can see this counterclockwise circulation here around a weak weather wiggle wobbling its way through. Bumpy clouds, cumulus clouds drifting from northwest to southeast across the skyline right now with a lot of sunshine that has warmed things up in Minnesota. And you see these big old line of showers here. That's some rain and thunder shower activity working its way through. Cheryl says thundering here right now. Love it, Cheryl. Thanks for your update. I've been watching for lightning bolts to show up on my radar data. Cloud to ground strikes. I'm not seeing that. That's near Nadawash. Thanks so much for watching, number one. Let's get right to the weather graphics and show you a look at that radar now after we looked at our temperature change here across the area over the last little bit. Oh, there it is. There's the lightning bolt that you just spoke of. How about them apples? It's kind of fun to kind of look at this in real time and get your feedback and look at where that thunderbolt was. Just south of Mahnomen is where that was recorded, right on the Becker County line there on the Waban area on 113. So there you go, Nadawash, Waban, White Earth. You probably heard a rumble of thunder, and it's because of you, Cheryl. I even looked. So thanks so much. Kathy, thanks for watching from beautiful Sabin, Minnesota. Leora, good to have you on board. Thank you so much, Nathan, for watching from the Fargo, Moorhead area. Now, these showers are going to produce some locally heavy sidewalk wetting rain, but notice they're really hit and miss. Now out to the Arrowhead, Hibbing to Silver Bay, the radar is estimating that it's some snow shower activity there. Regionally speaking, around that Curly Q low pressure system that does have that counterclockwise motion around it, we have northwest winds blowing through the oil patch. Northeast Montana, hit and miss showers out there, and areas north of Minot where we actually have some heavier showers moving along that Highway 83 corridor. So from Watford City to Williston, out to Culbertson, Brockton, Wolf Point, all those areas seeing spotty sprinkles of rain working their way through. No thunder shower or thunderstorm or thunderbolts detected in that particular area. Zooming a little closer to Minot though and showing you the motion of these showers, basically they're drifting from northwest to southeast in that flow. So this is going to move right along that Highway 53 corridor from 52 corridor from Carpio into the Minot area, as well as the Glenburn area right now, seeing some of those showers. Look what's going on in Bottineau County, a heavier lump of at least not white, but wet weather right now. I-94 Glen Olin showers making their way through. So that's what's going on right now. We had some big-time wind reports out there in western parts of South Dakota. Non-thunderstorm wind gusts to 54 miles per hour out there in parts of western North Dakota, eastern Wyoming, southeast parts of Montana, not far from, well, one of Hutch's favorites to always announce, Ekalaka, formerly known as Joe, Montana. All right, now, if you know, you know. Take a look at this. We got a couple of more thunderbolts starting to show up out here and what's going on. Let's talk about the nowcast. Let's go get you the very latest with regards to the hour-by-hour forecast and where these showers are heading for the evening hours. Now, again, pretty insignificant. They're going to be spotty in nature, hit and miss at best. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, by the way, if you haven't done so yet watching on my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. I've grown over 7,000 followers from zero since doing Hutch's Weather. So thanks to all of you. Pat yourself on the back. And we're 61,000 and counting on the Facebook channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you go ahead and be brave and click the follow button. It helps me out a great deal. Low pressure, you can see it there drifting through as we work through the evening hours. Now, this is a look at the after dinner hour time frame as we head towards 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. Right here, you see these spotty showers drifting in that general direction of, say, Becker County and off out into Wadena County, areas south of Bemidji, and on towards the Brainerd Lakes area. So you might hear a rumble of thunder. After sunset, I don't think we're going to have much energy to support convective type thunder, but we'll have convective type spotty pimples on the radar, and those are locally heavy showers. Look at how fast this moves out, heading towards daybreak, which would be about 10 to 12 Z. That would be about 7 a.m. That's moving into the Twin Cities. We got north winds here, and that means a little bit of a temperature setback, a thermal suffering that we'll go through, but we can do it, and we'll do it together. Look at this, flakes flying up there in the arrowhead as the radar was showing. Now, this system's out of here. We'll have north winds. We'll stay cool. Our chance of precipitation will remain in eastern Minnesota the way it looks to Hutch for the day tomorrow. So that's a look at your forecast trend. James, thank you for watching from good old Cavalier. A few showers up in your neck of the woods, particularly just south into Walsh County for places like Lankin and Park River working their way through at this particular time. I wonder if it's really snowing out there. We'll take a look together as I wrap up the forecast part for you. Okay, we'll take a look at what the eyeballs are showing now. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast details for the next 24 hours. I got to tell you that overnight, thanks to the north winds, but the clouds keeping us a little milder. We're going to be in that 35 to 40 degree range across our area. Snow is really rapidly melting across parts of Lakes Country, as we saw from the visible satellite imagery. It sticks around in those shady areas. The coolest weather with the northerly flow will be in the arrowhead of Minnesota. Temperatures to start your day out west with northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, 42 degrees as we look out there in that general direction of Kenmare, Williston, 43 rather, 37 in good old Beach, North Dakota to get you out the door in the morning. How about tomorrow afternoon? Winds still northwesterly. The cooler air here in the greens and yellows going to be basically from the Red River Valley of North Dakota into most of Minnesota, generally close to 50 degrees for almost all until you get up near Lake of the Woods, International Falls, all the way out towards Baudette and point south towards Duluth. It'll be cooler in those zones. But look at this. Jamestown celebrating a 50-degree day there, plus almost 60, 65 in Bismarck, Mandan, and it looks like 67 to 68 degrees in good old capital city of South Dakota in Pierre, Glendive, 63. So that's a look at that 7-day planner. Here's what you need to know. You see this red box I have here and the asterisks? Something we're letting you know about. A big time change is coming. This is a spring storm and it looks like it's certainly going to be wet. Now, after I finish this up, I'm going to post a link right at the top of this on my YouTube channel to an in-depth comparison of models that I have posted for you to check out. But for now, suffice it to say, we're growing after a setback tomorrow and sprinkles in the overnight hours. That system dries up. It looks like a sunocalypse on Friday, 62 gorgeous degrees. Sweet and breezy 70 for all of us as we head into the 70s on Saturday. I believe Fargo has its first 70-degree day of the season. I've been saying that for a few days. We'll see if it happens. I think we're going to get there. And the chances of 70 degrees increase as you go west and south. Now, remember, there has been no snow or very little snow on the ground in Grand Forks. So yes, you too have a wonderful chance at 70 degrees as we head into Sunday. Now, Sunday looks a little different. We're going to have south winds. Our southern counties will still be in the 60s to possibly close to 70 in the far south near the South Dakota border. And then it gets colder up north. You saw the system I've been showing the last couple of days. Here is the snapshot of it because as it moves through, I've also kept true to this 39-39 business, meaning steady temperatures, maybe even falling in some areas as we go into our Monday morning. And then the system exits as we go through. Raining pretty good now, says Cheryl. Thanks for the update there in Nadawash. Appreciate it. Pam Larson watching from Holly. Good to see you, and thank you so very, very much for your support of Hutch's weather. Ronald and Myrna Lawrence says, hi, Hutch. It's snowing up here at the northwest angle. Whoop! Here we go. You know, the farther north you go, chances increase for a little bit of that white stuff out there. Check this out. Big time drop in temperatures Monday. Tuesday, we stay on the cool side. Areas that get snow from this system near the international border, including you, Myrna, at the northwest angle, you could have some significant snow from this weekend system and into Monday. And after that leaves, you're going to be a little cooler as a result. With that snow on the ground with the last system, it does make an impact. But here in the Southern Valley, we'll be rebounding and back into the 60s. So now let's take a look at what's going on with our road conditions, and let's wrap up this sneak peek at that system making its way through Sunday. The European model back and forth, and again, there's a complete update on this. Yesterday, the European model says all rain. Today, it's back to snow. It's changing its mind every day. The American model remains pretty healthy with the snow, but both models, including the other models I look at, about 4 of them that go out this far, and even more than that, show it's going to be wet. So I'm pretty much guaranteeing you that we're going to see some wet weather. A good 1/4 inch looks to be likely. A 1/2 inch will hit some areas, but not all areas. And some lucky areas will get over an inch. Now, if we can get this in western parts of North Dakota, the drought is ridiculous out there, and this would be so beneficial. Some would call it could be $1 million rain, or even more. Now look at this. We got soggy doggy on Hutch's weather forecast. That don't happen every day. What's that mean? Very wet weather. Looks to be confident in rainfall liquid amounts of over 1/2 inch for some, if not many, up along that Highway 11 corridor and points north into parts of Ontario, near Thunder Bay, and on into the Winnipeg area. For Fargo, for Lakes Country, not as much of a wet producer the way this system is looking right now. That can change. And locally, heavy showers can also impact that. Thanks, Sheila, for watching from the Wheaton area. Lovely and beautiful weather there. Hey, all right, here's a comparison of the 2 models. And you can see with your eyes here this big difference. Bullseye of snow in the angle, Arrowhead, I should say, of Minnesota. And all of northern Minnesota having a decent chance at measurable, if not significant, snow, where you see the pink colors there, and parts of eastern North Dakota getting some snowflakes as well. This is the European model. Now it's back to snow. Yesterday it was almost blank, but all of it is along the international border. I still favor this model. I do think we'll see some flakes mixing in the Fargo area, indeed. But I do believe that we will have the best chance at accumulation along the international border, and northern Minnesota looks to be the big winner. Sorry about that if you're looking for some spring there from the northwest angle. I appreciate it, though. Here is a look then at the close-up of the European model. 1 to 4, not out of the question along the international border the way it's looking now. This can change. This is just a starter, educated amount of snow potential that we could see. I should say potential up here. That's my mistake. Chance of 6 or more inches is not 0. There could be a few areas up here in the dark blue that get that much snow, but very, very high water content in this snow heading its way towards us. Hey, drop in the comments if you know any kids who have ever been a weather kid before. Have you known someone that's helped Hutch do the weather over the last 30 years? It's a program I've been doing since I was in the Bismarck area, and some of those kids are now meteorologists on the air. And it's so fun to share my love of weather with area students. If you know of a student who might be interested in helping Hutch do the weather, you can head on over to hutchesweather.com, and then you can sign up right there on my website, or head into Luther Family Ford, my fine sponsor of the Hutch's Weather Kid program. Again, Luther Family Ford has been there with me for this since I've been doing it again. Again, here's the button that you push right on top, Hutch's Weather Kid. And again, you can swing in to sign up there. Now, I'm mentioning this because tomorrow night is our next Weather Kid, and I'll be excited, elated as a matter of fact, to introduce you to the Weather Kid this particular week. Let me see if I can find my graphic on that. Here we go. It is Lachlan Carney from Centennial Elementary School. I can't wait to introduce you to Lachlan. And you know what? Your support by watching these videos and giving some feedback to these kids is huge. It really makes their day when they can see your comments. So thank you, all of you, for taking the time to doing that. Michael says he knows Logan Driggers. Logan has done a wonderful job and is an awesome weather kid, and as now an experienced weather kid, because I've had Logan on a couple of times over the many years. So thank you very much. And thanks to you for passing the good word that Hutch is still here doing the weather. Your word of mouth helps Hutch's Weather grow. A reminder to check out my YouTube channel for the latest breakdown on the winter weather event that could be working its way through as we head from Sunday into Monday, our next weather highlight. Thanks for watching me here on Hutch's Weather. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Follow me on Facebook by clicking that follow button on my page. and subscribe to the YouTube channel here as well. For now, whoa, looks like we're getting some more thunder and lightning out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have going on one more time. I just can't stop because I like talking about the weather. Here we go. More thunder and lightning bolts on the latest scan showing up with this line of showers moving through primarily Monoman and Becker County. We do have a few showing up in Polk County out here right now. So if you happen to be in that fertile area out towards Crookston, it looks like you got just to the north of you on Highway 2. Thunder shower heading in your general vicinity. That's just south of Red Lake. Now, those soaking showers will be pushing in southern Clearwater County, Nadawash, and also northeastern Becker County at this time. Let's see real quickly on the Minnesota DOT site here, just quickly to see if that's really snow that's going on in the Arrowhead of Minnesota out here, not far from Hibbing, because it is showing up a little bit heavier. Likely not coating or covering the ground, but it's certainly a little bit heavier out in those parts. So let's take a quick peek at that for those of you traveling in that neck of the woods. All right, here we go. Minnesota DOT cameras can give us an idea of whether the radar is telling Hutch fibby fibs. So here's the Hibbing area. Oh my goodness. Yep, we do have some accumulating snow out there on the road's edge. And beautiful Hibbing, Minnesota is going to be more beautiful as a result of some additional moisture falling in that area. So that is what's going on right now as the bird's eye view of that. Now, as we go into Virginia, same thing, a little bit of light snow showing up, mixing in with the wet raindrops out there as well. So it does look like that Hibbing area. And as you're heading out to the northeast quadrant of Minnesota, see those showers. Now, as we swing on down into the Frazee area, areas just near White Earth, I don't have a lot of cameras here, but south of Monoman I do. Look at that. We got some raindrops falling on our heads out there. The fields are almost free of snow showers there. Let's see if we get a view of these clouds. Oh, yes! Yes! Yes, indeed. Check it out. Do you see these low, flat bases of the thunder shower activity up there? Those flat bases are pretty typical of a rising bundle of air or parcel of air that, well, reaches condensation as it reaches and cools its dew point and forms a cloud at a pretty flat surface. And where we can't see daylight through the back of this right over here, that's a pretty good gully washer going on right there off to and near the Monoman area right now. It looks like it's heading off a little bit farther to the east now, and there's one that's going to be making its way back in to the Monoman area as we speak. So some wet roads going on out there right now. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson, having a lot of fun looking at some fun clouds and rain instead of that shovelable snow. I hope you enjoyed the weather. Thanks for watching. Amara, thanks for watching. I appreciate seeing you right here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Herdsfield, North Dakota had a few raindrops and the wind is blowing around the border. Gary, thanks for your report for now. I'm going to check out, grab some din, and we'll check in with a forecast update a little bit later.